Hello, all you powerful beings of love and light. Welcome to your Pisces new moon reading. And this Pisces new moon is going to be at its fullest on March 2nd of 2022, around 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can calculate where that is in your time zone. And there is this wonderful beginning of this next cycle. You know, we have, of course, every 28 or 29 days, the new moon, full moon, always changing. The moon's always going every few days into a new sign. But there's this beautiful full moon, new moon cycle as well that happens around every 5 to 6 months. So the last full moon we had, which I'll show you this card here, was back on September 20th of last year. And you can see that it was talking about balancing spirituality and practicality. And that's the energy that we were having around that time. Taking practical steps towards our dreams and towards our goals, trusting our intuition. And with like the full moon, when it's its fullest, immediately the light starts to leave the full moon, and that's the energy that was happening too, is there was these endings, or at least the beginning of endings, as the light began to leave the full moon. And so this whole 6-month period has been about that journey, and also a time of diving deep into our emotions, because Pisces, you know, they're the fish. They dive deep into that water, into that emotional waters that we are. So these last 6 months, there's been a lot of that energy going on, and we are ready for this new moon in Pisces to come around. Another beautiful card, and you can see here it says, Attune to the divine. So the energy that's coming around this new moon in Pisces is about connecting to your higher self. And whereas before it was all these practical steps and making sure you're doing all the work, now we're going into this beautiful flow where it's asking us just to slip into that flow of life, flow along with our dreams, embrace what is going on. And when we do that, when we connect to our higher self and just go with that flow, then we want what is happening in our life. And what is happening in our life is what we want. We don't get so attached to the outcomes of the future or reflecting on all the mistakes and the should-haves of the past. We get to really embrace this moment, and in connecting and staying in tune with our higher self, it just allows us to be further on our way to feeling blissfully happy and in tune with our dreams. So I am going to have a separate card reading for each zodiac sign, and we're going to dig in more into this dream and this flow of life and what the Creator wants you to know and how you can use this Pisces new moon energy. So we're jumping into your reading right now. All right, all my Sagittarians, this is your reading for the Pisces new moon. We're going to start off with a card from here, the High Vibe deck. Just see what the Creator wants you to know about this Pisces new moon. And one more time. All right, so perfect. So for our Sagittarians, actually they want, nope, they didn't want any of those. Okay, there it is. And you have grounding. And that says, ground yourself. While standing, bring your attention to the bottom of your feet and feel the connection with the earth. While sitting, bring your attention to your bottom on the chair and feel the weight of your body supported there. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, allow your thoughts, tension, and discomforts to flow down your body and into the earth to be recycled. So definitely a message of grounding yourself during this Pisces new moon. Going to be some emotional energy happening. So for you, it is asking you just to be aware of your emotions. Take steps to ground yourself. Even if it's warm where you're at, you can step out into nature barefoot and just, have that connection with Mother Earth. We're also going to pull from these black tarot, which this is going to represent messages from your shadow. And you can consider your shadow like your tour guide on this amusement park of fear. They are aware of everything that's going on in your subconscious and your unconscious. And you can look at that like they're going to bring truth to you about those programs that are running behind the scenes. They're still impacting you and they're still influencing you, but they're just in our subconscious and we're not aware of them because they're not in our face. And that happens whenever something comes into our life, we have a choice of looking at the positive aspects of things or the kind of challenging aspects of things. And if we choose the challenging aspects, then those positive aspects get buried in our subconscious. But if we choose the positive, then the challenging piece goes into the subconscious. So this is just going to be what the shadow will want you to know around this Pisces new moon, as far as anything in your subconscious, your unconscious. And I got 4 cards here. Yep, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll put these down here. Then we're also going to pull from the Sun and Moon Tarot. And these are going to be the messages from your higher self, from the Creator, from Spirit, from all those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones who are on the other side, what they want you to know around this Pisces new moon. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. They were like, no, not all of these. Slippery little fellas. So let me just shuffle that one more time here. They are full of energy, that is for sure. All right. So what? Okay. All right. So they said these 3, and they showed all of these up front. So we are going to start with these. And you have the Lover's card starting off here. And this is all about emotional choices. You have, 2 choices to make emotionally. And it's kind of like we were talking about with going into your unconscious. You have the positive choices that you can select, and then there's also the darker choices that we have that come up, and whichever one we choose is the one that gets to have the attention on stage, while the other one goes into the subconscious. And we're going to find out what has gone into your subconscious with the choices from the past here, and they just want you to take a look at those. The other thing is that this is like this bravery that comes in when you have a passion in your life, and in the past you might have had fears that have kept you from moving on your passions, but at some point our passions outweigh our fears of punishment or losing praise, and we go all out for that passion. You can kind of think of when you were younger, before you were like a teenager. When we're younger, we love the praise of our parents and those in authority over us. And so we do everything we can to maintain that praise normally. And we don't want that punishment that comes from not doing the things that they want us to. So we usually obey the rules and keep, obeying all those and keeping in line with all of those till we get to like our early teenage years, and that's when we have our first crushes, or we love a band, or we want to go see a movie. There's something in our life that we have so much desire for that it outweighs the fear of losing praise or being punished. And that's kind of the energy that comes with this, is that you're ready to make these leaps, which, looking at the Temperance card here, you actually, it has like 2 cups here. It has the upper cup here and the lower cup here. And you can even see the yin-yang, or yin-yang, however you want to pronounce that, there, which represents the 2 different sides of who you are too, which you have those 2 choices of the 2. Now you have the upper and the lower here. You have your higher self and your lower self, your human self. That cup in the top is like the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. It's full of the living waters of the Creator of all things. And it pours it down into our empty cup. Because the cup down here, we've been looking outside of ourselves to have, fulfillment, to try to feel validated, and we have been disappointed because when we look to relationships or situations or things to validate us, we feel unstable because those things are unstable. People pass away or change. Situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, burn down, or are stolen, right? And so all those things have left us feeling empty, where this connection to our higher self, to the spiritual realm, that is what makes us feel this wholeness and this completeness. Because then you have the Three of Pentacles here. And the Pentacles is the outside world. It is, coins. It is our worth. And this card is all about maintaining your authenticity. And we can even look at this in a little ways with this two different sides of things, because usually they'll have like someone working on this piece of art, and they'll have someone behind them and someone in front of them. Now the person behind them, that is of course the person that's saying, like the naysayer, the dream buster, you're not going to succeed at that, you should do something more secure, blah 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 blah, right? And we're like, okay, we know them, we put them in the outskirts of our friendships, we don't allow them in our inner circle normally, right? But it's the person that's in front of us, the person supporting us, that can more powerfully, and a lot of times unintentionally, pull us off our authentic path, and authentically doing things the way that we want to do those. And that's because we, like I was talking about before, about the praise and punishment, we don't want the punishment, the ostracization, where people are rejecting us. We enjoy that praise. We enjoy that validation. Our ego does, our human side. And so when they say, I'm so proud of what you're doing, and you're making this, your dream come true, and you're doing so well, and blah, 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 blah. Have you ever thought of doing it this way, though? And again, they might be doing it really just purely out of care, and not trying to manipulate us or anything like that. But because we don't want to lose that praise and that support, we might veer off from our authenticity. And so this is really talking about this grounding here, grounding yourself in the things that are for you, the things that are higher, the things that are making you feel whole and complete, and living your passion, really. This is about authentically sharing that unconditional love that you have within you with the world in your own unique way. But let's see what's in your subconscious, what the message from your shadow has to do with all this too. You have the Eight of Cups. So the cups are your emotions, and the Eight of Cups is like this moving into a new level with your emotions. It is about leaving behind those emotions that are no longer serving you. So these emotional choices you made before, where you felt like you made a mistake, and you felt like you weren't doing what you needed to do, and I failed, and all of that. It's like those emotions served you to allow you to feel those emotions and feel those ways, but you're ready to move on to this new level, this new place. So you are looking and being filtered through your heart, those things that you no longer want to hold on to, that you no longer want to invest energy into. Let's see what else they say here too. You have the Page of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, your passion. And we talked about here, there's this new passion that's coming in, this new energy that's coming in, which makes sense because with this movement of this other emotional energy that you've been investing in before, with that leaving, you get that energy back because you're no longer using that energy to kind of hold and maintain those feelings of guilt and those whatever emotions you had felt before. You're not investing that energy, so that energy comes back to you, and you are moving into this different level. I mean, this really tells you that you're ready to ignite your passion and move on your passions, whereas before you might have been a little hesitant. And then you have the Page of Cups. So emotions, you have the new energy and the new emotions that are coming in. So these are very intertwined very tightly here, because as you're leaving behind these emotions, leaving those old ways, then not only have this new passion ignite come in, but you're able to experience the more higher emotions, like this higher cup pouring down into that lower cup. You're able to taste unconditional love, a love that you cannot do anything to earn it. But you already have 100% of it, and there's nothing you can do to lose any of it either. So you get to hold on to it and have this flow come into you through all that. And then lastly here, you have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands, we talked about wands already here, about your passions and your energy and your drive. Well, the Six of Wands is all about, it is movement of energy, but it is also this validation. It's like the recognition card that you are being, it's like this energy that's coming through for you is you're validating yourself. You're feeling validated, but not by the outside world. You're really with this love from above, and with this authenticity coming in here, you really are feeling like I said, you're feeling noticed. You are being, I wouldn't say validated again, but it's like from the spiritual world, from the higher places, from the creator of all things and all those beings of unconditional love and light, because you're not looking to the outside world, to those naysayers or those people that were praising you. You're staying your authentic self. As you attach more and are making these decisions, you do have this validation, this worthiness that's coming from within. You are feeling noticed. You're not feeling like an extra in a movie. You're kind of like feeling like a star, right? 6 stars, all these stars on here. And it is beautiful because you are feeling like, I don't care about those emotions on the outside. You are having this grounding here where you feel very secure in just expressing yourself in your own authentic way. So these emotions are coming up, and these are the results of it here, which is going to be awesome, because I'm excited to see how you are going to be stepping forward and sharing your unconditional love in your heart in your own special, unique way with the world. You're going to express it. I mean, you can do it through music, through art, through even managing, whatever is your passion, whatever you enjoy doing, you can express that love within you in your own unique way. So I'm loving this message for you, and I'm going to leave that there. I want to let you know, in addition to these new moon readings, I do full moon readings, also monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates by each of the elements, like water signs, fire signs, etc., and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click that like button, also click the subscribe button, and that'll give you access to this notification bell. And when you go into the notification bell, there's an option like for all, which means you'll get notified of any of the new videos that we put out. That also helps spread the love, because when you like a video and you share a video or subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm just so happy that it wants to share the videos on the channel with other people as well. So if you are feeling drawn to do any of those things, of course, I am very grateful for that. And these are general readings. If you want even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all of that information is listed in the description box below. So, as you go through each and every day of your life, Sagittarians, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing new moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. Until then, you take care.